Hey, yo, what it do, what it do, what it do? It's your boy Broadway, you know what I'm saying? We on the Ave.
Yeah.
How you been? It's episode 22. We still here for the wins. And to the right of me, I got a guy I've known for a while. Mad cool, mad talented, mad interesting. But to the far right of him, I got my Pedro, Mr. Trellione. What the Trelly?
I'm gonna say what the Trelly. Yeah,
with the Trelly?
Yeah, you know.
With the Trelly? Come on now.
I like that. Yeah, the shorty's gonna like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Tell me how you doing today, bro.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
The shorty's gonna like that. They're gonna run with it. Yeah, I'm
this
feeling
is
good.
What I do, bro.
Yeah, I like that. I'll take that. That's a good live. Alley. Yeah, little alley. Yeah, I like that little magic.
Yeah,
I'm feeling good today, man. You know, it's another day, and you know, in the
you gotta show them the reads, though.
I was showing the reads.
Showing the reads real quick.
Oh, you know, I took it classic, man. We were the OG, so I went OG today. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't think these other podcasts and shoe games be like ours. Nah. They wearing
hype beats. They wearing hype beats.
We can't talk about him.
I came with the slides.
And speaking of which,
my shit got flavor. It come with.
He came with prison slides, as y'all can see.
Yeah. These my, you know what I'm saying? These my go-tos.
Okay.
I done fucked up so many. All right, so. I don't know if y'all remember, probably 2 years ago, Stussy had a collab with Nike. They dropped 3-4 pair of slides. Yeah. So I had copped a couple. And, bro, I be working in everything that I own, right?
You
I just don't be care. Huh?
You hooping them too?
Bro, chill. I'm retired. I ain't hooped in God knows how long, bro.
Cause
he out there like Leon in the slides. Just go something. Duh.
So, I was wearing them, bro. Now they got glue from my rugs and shit, glue all over them.
Yeah,
I be my Jordan 6s, the velour joints, the black and gold, glue all over them. Every pair of shoe I got right now, I got some glue on them. You know what I'm saying? Got some rug glue.
Hey, bro, you got your own fashion line, dog.
Yeah,
that could be a thing, bro. Just covered in glue.
Yeah. That's real. Hey, I like that.
Come on, bro.
I'm running with it. I mean, like I say, I'm always working, so for me, it's like, man, whatever I got on, I'm
float, bro. Fuck it, bro.
Yeah, I got shit going right now. As soon as we done,
you can make you some shoes if you want to be real.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm definitely finna make some shoes.
It's crazy. Right? I told this to the Limitless Wolf and shit. I was like, yo, I had the dream when I was younger. I used to want to make my own shoes because we was poor, and I used to be had this dream. I wish I could get the power to they be like, yo, what kind of superpower you want? I used to be like, yo, I wish I could make one pair of shoes turn into any pair of shoes I want.
Yeah.
Because imagine
that's cold.
Imagine growing up in the 90s, right? And then
just
the Scottie Pippen Airs drop, right?
Yeah, that's cool.
And everybody copping the Scottie Pippen Airs, but your mama nigga, them shit $65. You ain't getting those. And then the Gary Payne's drop. Yeah, that shit $70. You ain't getting those. Right. I could have just been like, nigga, you done put the tape on my shoes, nigga.
See, I used to just guilt trip my family when I was young, bro. I'd be like, hey, look, I'm getting good grades, bro. I could be out here selling crack and knocking over old ladies, bro.
For me.
So, come on, bro. $60 is nothing, bro. That's an investment, bro.
Come
on, bro.
Why you gotta knock over old ladies, though,
bro?
Dog?
Hey, I had to make it bad, bro. To scare moms, bro. I could be up to real,
come on, New Jersey twerk.
Nigga said I could have been doing anything.
I could have been up to no good when I was reading.
So, do you know what murder is? I could have did that.
Oh, shit. It's no good out here, mama.
So check it out, bro. We got my dog in here, and when I say my dog, I don't mean this lightly. I'm talking about 10 plus years, 15 plus years.
Yeah.
15 plus years of friendship or knowing this man.
Damn, right now we probably 20 years.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. But that's real and hella dope because a lot of people can't say that. You know what I'm saying?
I was legit when I met this nigga.
Yeah, niggas say that like I was that old.
No.
I'm bullshit.
You always that old.
Yeah, no, it was all kids.
You gotta understand it from my perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I probably was 14 years old, no bullshit.
Yeah.
And this nigga was already in the Navy and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then at that time, you know what Mayport was like?
Yeah.
It was a multitude of diversity. So you got niggas that's 18 in the military legit running with niggas that's 36 in the military, niggas that's 40.
That was me. Yeah. I was in Jill's place.
As a jit, so as a jit, I'm not understanding the difference.
Yeah,
I'm like, all these niggas grown. All these niggas grown, you know what I mean?
Nah, for real. Because one time that I had talked to somebody and they was like, happy birthday. And I was like, dang, they birthday. I looked at the age and shit. I'm like, I thought I was 5 years older than these niggas. I was only like a year or two older than most of y'all. Like, cause when I first got to Mayport, I was 17.
Oh, yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't turned 18 till like after everybody figured out that I was Hooper.
I ain't even know, just being real, I ain't even know none of y'all niggas was, like, I ain't know none of y'all niggas' age until we were fucking adults.
Yeah,
facts.
Until we were, like,
in the trenches.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I was like, damn, nigga, you 30? Like,
yeah.
Right.
Niggas still don't believe I'm in my 30s now. But yeah, check this out, man. We got Mr. Jefferson, man. Mr. Jefferson, Mr. Safe himself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. One half of Random Acts of Podcast. Amazing. One third.
Oh yeah,
okay. That's my bad.
Nah, he got a gig, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That take him away, but you know, he always with us, you know what I mean?
Shout out to one third of Random Acts of Podcast. You know what I'm saying? He makes your girl's favorite rugs. I seen that. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You know what I mean?
Let's talk about it.
You know what I mean? I'm just talking the facts. You know what I mean? Currently, right now, Mr. Sauce Walker is on his line trying to get him to finish this project for.
Ooh-wee.
You know what I'm saying? Get well soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I can keep going. He makes everybody fucking laugh on goddamn Twitter, and they told him he should retire from podcasting to become a porn star.
Man,
we got Mr. Jefferson on the app. Let's give him a round of applause.
That's crazy.
That was such an insane introduction, y'all.
You know what I mean? So tell the people, you know what I'm saying? How does it feel to be on the app?
Okay,
I appreciate y'all having me for sure. Definitely appreciate you reaching out. Yeah, man, it's a long time in the making.
For sure, bro. I ain't know if I was gonna be podcasting, but I got tired of waiting on people.
Nah, I feel that.
And you know, we like to talk, bro. Me and this dude, yo, we used to have the loudest arguments about basketball, about
all
rap,
kinds of shit,
about video games,
hours,
everything.
Hey,
bro.
you know what's funny though?
Nigga.
Hey, I used to tell people this too. Cause people don't play me in 2K no more. And I told them that the last person I used to play in 2K was Joe, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Will, this nigga Joe, right? One day we played, and Joe said, "Let's bet this." And I said, "All right, bet, right?" And then he lost by 20, and he said,
I ain't lose by
shut
that
up.
damn
Let me finish my story.
nigga.
You want to interrupt my story? Let me tell my story.
This nigga putting salt and pepper.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Go ahead. This your shit.
Nigga put his foot in the middle.
He said, double up.
Stir it up.
He said, double up. I said, nigga, bet, nigga. Double up. So I dubbed him again, right? So right now, like, the pot is up like at least 120, right? So what he do again? He my brother, so I'm going to give him another chance to make it back. He say, double up again. We could assume what happened again, right?
Nigga, long story short.
He ain't paying my money.
Boy, stop. I ended up beating you to
You
clear
ain't
the shit.
beat you.
Yes, I did. It was later, but I did end up
When
beating
he say
you to
later,
clear
he
the
mean
shit.
like...
Probably a couple weeks type shit. Yeah,
Nigga trying to clear up a 2K9 debt, nigga. Not even a team. This shit right. This shit old as hell.
Hey, this nigga been in debt since 2K14.
What's up? Boy.
Hey, but for real though, man.
Like I say, stir it up, man. This your shit.
Nah, man.
Shit.
I'm glad to have you on here, man. You an entertaining nigga, dog.
Hey, bro.
For one, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, I understand how the shit goes as a creator, bro. I understand how people have ups and downs and shit, you know what I'm saying? You had the wins, you had your losses. But what I always tell people, like, as long as you keep going, you good. Right. You know what I mean? Like, when you stop and you don't believe in yourself no more, that's where the shit start to be like, all right, am I really meant to do this or not?
Yeah,
but when you keep working, you don't give yourself a chance to even get to that point. Which brings me to you. Everybody go through struggles, you know what I mean? Everybody's struggle is different. How do you maintain yourself going through those struggles, like, and keeping the Joe energy, you know what I'm saying, or getting yourself back in line? Because this shit ain't easy. So how you be getting yourself back in line when you go through it?
Boy, it's tough.
Nigga ain't know I was gonna hit him with that real one.
Nigga
was like, we was just laughing. Nigga
started it off. Yeah, he likes it.
Nah. So I think I'll say this. You know, I've always like spearheaded my own path. You know what I mean? Like when I was doing things, or when I've started things, there aren't many people that are in that field. You know what I mean? I was rapping at 8 years old, and today you hear everyone say that, you know what I mean? Right. But like I was actually pursuing it, trying out for Showtime at the Apollo, doing crazy shit, you know what I mean? So with music, highs and lows, it was like, okay, I can always lean on my homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, if nothing else, even if these niggas lying to me, I know they got my back. If I say, hey, man, I don't know if I should keep going. Hey, just try to write another song type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Today, I think I've been able to build a decent enough support system to where, you know, I do have that balance always. But I try to keep this zeal to where no matter what, God got me, right? Mm-hmm. I look at failure like this. For one, when it comes to finance, if you've broke even, you were never, it wasn't a failure. You know what I'm saying?
It's really a win.
Right. So
okay.
I don't feel like I've ever taken a loss. I've taken lessons. You know what I mean? Like, in the moment, it's hard to differentiate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But hindsight is 2020. Being able to take time and reflect, that's something I'm huge on. So, you know, last year I opened up the Safe House. I had the store going. One of the most challenging times in my life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I mean, from the moment I got it, and it hasn't stopped since, from family issues to personal to the world feeling like it's crashing down around you. But for me, it's like, what are my guarantees? What are the things I know I can control? What can I focus on? How do I move forward in that space? I seen it on Twitter today. I love Twitter because it keeps you in a jovial mindset. You know what I mean? To where you can laugh at small things or take someone else's experience and perceive yours differently, right? So I saw it today. Somebody was like, to men who have made it through your depressive states, how did you
Oh, I saw that post.
how did you do it? And it was like, keep grinding, fuck nigga.
Yeah. Hey, you retweeted that, didn't you? That's why I seen it on my timeline.
So I mean, like, that was the realest shit to me.
It's just straightforward, like,
right? Yeah, and it's like, in a moment you don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You want to hear something that is a little more direct. Like, yo, pick your head up, focus on this, and this. You know what I mean? Don't worry, that print finished. It's good.
Will, can you turn the fan? My bad. Can you turn the fan at a bit more of an angle so it can get everybody? My bad. Can you reach it? Okay.
That boy put it on himself. I see what he did.
Nah, I ain't do that. It was I just turned it
on. But like I say, you know, just resting assured that no matter what, things will work out. It's not always gonna be how you envision. It's not gonna be, you know, it might not be as big as you envision, right?
Right.
But things will work out. Yeah. You rest your head in that and work as hard as you can. So, like, the rugs, the 3D prints, the store, like, we got a lot coming.
And it's all because of the work that you put in over the years. Like, that's 100%. What people that's 100%. What people miss. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like yeah, it's a struggle. It's a struggle for most successful people. For real, like, almost all of us got the same story. It's hard out here, like, for real, like, it's hard enough trying to do a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
It's 10 times harder going to get your own income.
Yep.
Yeah,
going to do your own thing, staying outside the quota and doing whatever you want to do, which leads me to, you know what I mean? You mentioned it, the rugs, the 3D printing. How did that start? Like, which one came first?
So
the rugs, right?
Right. The rugs started first.
What's the name of your brand for the rugs?
To be honest, I never really viewed it like that. To me, the rugs have always just been a vessel.
Gotcha.
So, I do love creating it. I don't want that to be misconstrued. It's just I have such a greater goal. So, when I stopped making music, and you know more of my history, but like I really feel like I had so much potential in music. You know what I'm saying? Even having opportunities to where, you know, labels haven't taken some interest, right? But when I stopped making music, I felt lost. I felt like I didn't know what else to do. Because
you had been doing it for a while. Yeah, and you was one of the
my
few
entire
artists
life.
Like you were making money off your music early on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't see a lot of, like, when I first started rapping, you had already been doing it for a while, and I was just trying to figure out even just like how to write songs, and you had already like know how to write songs. You also had the thing where like you rap with passion. Like you had lyrics.
Oh yeah.
You had, you know what I'm saying, metaphors.
Thinking
you wasn't as big as a punchline guy. You were more like you painted pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like you painted pictures. That's like one of the most amazing things that made me a fan of you early on.
Yeah. Facts,
when I found out that you was a rapper, it was like, oh nah, he different. Like he can really rap. Because a lot of the artists that you hear, the new artists, they don't necessarily know what they're supposed to be doing yet.
Right.
They don't have an understanding of their self and their creativity.
Yeah.
So like, I see your passion from rapping and what you do now. Like, you know what I mean? You always want to be the best at whatever you're doing. But rap is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And you either built for it or you're not built for it. You either give up on yourself or you don't. You know what I mean? And
for me, it just felt very exhausting financially.
I don't think it's over, though.
Right. And I don't either.
Once you start making the money from the other places, you likely just going to feel that.
Back
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because, I mean, I get a lot of pressure all the time to get back in the music.
I'm going to smoke you as soon as you get back. Just know, I'm going to smoke you. It's waiting for you. We got the beat waiting for you.
This nigga been waiting years to try. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to smoke you.
Hey, man, you know that pen always been lethal, bro.
You seen what I do.
Hey, look, I ain't never.
I'm just saying, but get back to your point. You know what I'm saying? Like the rugs. So you went from losing your passion for rap,
right? And it wasn't even so much I lost my passion. It was just okay. There's so much more to business, right?
Yeah.
And when I felt like while you're doing things, you don't feel like you have the time to learn, right? So I wasn't learning. I wasn't learning as much as I needed to. And I felt like in full scope, I was trying to learn engineering. I was trying to learn, hey, how do I put a tour together, things like that. Marketing, but I didn't learn, the things that build you up for those stages, right?
Right.
So when I stepped away, it was more so just to figure out the business side of music.
Yeah.
How do you actually
sustain?
Right. Yeah. How do you create, generate income from sync licensing, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Right. So as I learned, I just was like, okay, now's not the time for me to release. The way that music has transitioned, I don't think that my style would have fit in the ways I wanted it to, right? Or been appreciated in the ways I wanted to.
I feel that.
But today, we are seeing, I always know everything comes in cycles, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's how I feel about rap. Once that burning passion comes back to where it's like, all right, now it's time. I got songs in the tuck for years, you know what I mean? I got songs in the tuck even now, just getting shit off. But I was on Twitter one day. I saw someone made a Pharrell rug, this chick, and it was so cold to me. It was like $250 during the pandemic, and this was like when the pandemic had first kicked off. And I'm like, yo, I want to go ahead and cop this, but this seemed crazy to buy, and no one knows their certainty. No one knows
they gonna have no food to eat.
Exactly.
You about to buy a rug? You're eating.
So
this guy's got money.
Right, nah, it wasn't nothing like that, right? So
you don't even know if it's gonna really get mailed because it could be somebody with a scam page.
Right. It could be all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You got it. Look at
so
okay.
I'm like, damn, I want to go ahead and get this. Yeah. And in my debate back and forth with myself, do I cop? I'm always curious in what goes into something.
All right, see this where this is going. Go ahead.
I say, yo, how the fuck do you make one? I got on YouTube, couldn't really find nothing, right? So I'm scouring the internet, and there was one person that was showing you everything. And his name was I Make Rugs. Like IMakeRugs.com. I Make Rugs was his Instagram at the time and shit. I think it's Euphoric. Yeah, shout out to him, man, because he, huge inspiration even to this day.
Where's he located?
To be honest, I can't even remember. Don't have me lying on camera.
You said he was on TikTok though?
He on TikTok, Instagram, all of that shit. Okay. YouTube. Yeah. So Euphoric, EUPHORIC. He got his own brand and shit. He does a lot of different things, figures, rugs, everything, right? So when I learned what it took to make a rug, it's like, okay, what does it cost? It was $300.
To make it?
Yeah, to get the gun.
Yeah.
And then
okay. So
right. So just to get the tufting
so
done.
what you was gonna pay for
at
the
that
rug?
time,
essentially, you could just
I could start my business, right? I could start
you could make that
right?
rug and other ones,
right? So probably like 2 months before I even saw the Pharrell rug, I had told my homie Imp I do the podcast with. I was like, yo, man, look.
The Random Answer podcast, right?
Yeah, Random Answer podcast. Shout out. I appreciate that. I was like, yo, I want to get into home decor. This market is about to boom. It was before the pandemic. I was like, yo,
that was really smart too, because the pandemic hit and people were just buying shit because they were just sitting at home.
And then like,
and you just make
my area look good.
And the trend even exists today. If you notice social media content, how much of it is produced in someone's house? Get ready with me.
My
let
freestyles.
Me show you.
I did the pandemic freestyle. I did the quarantine freestyles, like 6 weeks straight, where I was freestyling in the kitchen, like.
Right.
Because everybody was making content. I'm like, how can I make content? Because we ain't got no shows going on.
Exactly.
And it's crazy is because I had just started getting more booked shows, bro, and the pandemic hit. And it was like no more paid shows. Yep. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah. So, okay, so.
Finding the pivot. As soon as I locked in on that, right, it's like, all right, this is my entry to home decor. That's my segue into people career.
Think about it. Be Martha Stewart.
I was like, yo, I can figure everything else out from there. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later. So let's say this. I've been doing rugs now probably about a solid 5 years.
Okay.
I want to say 2019 I had found out about it. I started looking into it. 2020 got my gun, shit like that, right?
Yeah.
2 years after that, I'm always on YouTube, always like learning, you know what I mean? Like I know so many different industries. I build shit with, pause, this sound crazy, you know what I mean? But I work with wood a lot, you know what I mean?
You're a woodman.
It's
all right. Hey, them tweets is looking more and more true, dog. Them tweets is looking more and more true.
They heard about it. They heard you're a woodman. They heard about it.
I see why they think you should be a porn star, bro.
Nah, so real quick, let's clear that up, man. Clear that up. So on RAOP, we got a show called RAOP at night. We do interview sex workers and things like that.
Okay.
It's definitely been an interesting experience.
Y'all get a discount? No, I'm just playing.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, bro, y'all better fucking relax, because it's a reason why a nigga in the news right now.
No. I mean, look, we ain't on no creep shit. You know what I'm saying?
I had to make a joke. It was right there. I had to make it. It was right there.
We got invited down to Exotica.
What was that lady name that nigga got caught in that audio with the old lady that he was fucking with? You remember?
Who that?
When it went viral like months ago.
Who?
I don't want to say his name, dog, but your boy, he went viral. And he was telling the girl what to do. He the football player.
That
shit was funny
Michelle.
as hell.
My mama Michelle.
That was some funny ass shit.
That nigga can't stay out of the
That
news.
nigga cannot. He a horny ass nigga, dog.
Gotta start taking that testosterone, bro. That shit.
That road shit that they be fucking advertising.
All that shit.
That's what's wrong with them niggas, bro.
I think our goal with the RAOP at night is to show sex workers are real people too. You know what I'm saying? Like you talk to them, and it's just like, yo, you know what I mean? Like they do all this crazy shit, but that's just their form of business. You know what I'm saying? I think that the way porn is marketed today, so much incest, it's so much racism, so much, you know what I mean? That it's appealing to the incels.
Do we got an all black porn site?
Yeah.
Black.
Black ain't black.
Oh, it's not black though. It's just black facing. Damn. Discovery.
I mean,
because that's what we need.
This one got the tea.
Because I really hate going.
This started early. How many minutes we in?
I really hate going on XNXX, right? And then I go look for my shit and I see all this bullshit. And then you go to black category, right? And then it be a white dude. And I'm like, bro, like, what are we doing, bro? Like, so what, we got a black site?
I don't know that it's
like black home.
Come on, bro, you the professional, bro.
That's great. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We do a show and people blow it way out of proportion.
Now you're professional.
My dog Amp went to WrestleMania just this past weekend, right? Yeah. And he post a pic of him in Vegas. You know what I'm saying? Just touched down in the airport type shit. A nigga reached out on the podcast page and they was like, "Damn, y'all doing porn now too?" Joe looked like he might got the stamina for it. I'm like, what the fuck?
I eyeballed you. That's crazy.
Is that how I'm being viewed?
He said you got the med knees. That's crazy.
What the fuck is going on? That was the Ayo.
Hey, I read that shit, but to hear it out loud, bro. That shit is crazy for a dude to say.
Baffled.
Joe got this stamina. How does he know this, Joe?
What the fuck? Hey.
How the fuck does he know this, Joe?
It said Joe Mike got the stamina. Hey, look. I don't know what the fuck he was on.
You remember back in the day, he used to whine on the ground, bro? You be doing that? You posting on the video?
Right.
Hey, they think he that nigga from the group that used to be singing in the mall.
That's what I'm telling you, bro. He hit the one.
I know who you talking about, bro.
Nigga with the tongue.
Come on, bro. Y'all wild.
That nigga got a 9-inch
Hey, you know
tongue,
what's
bro.
crazy? That nigga told me to bring him on the pod, bro. I almost said, nigga for what, nigga? Nigga for what, dog? Oh man! Shout out to all the Duval legends, man. Shout out to all the Duval legends,
shout
bro.
Out, man.
Hey, but yeah, bro, I could tell by the way you defending sex workers, you just sound like you're making a career change.
Nah, not at all. I'm just saying it.
You gotta feed the fans, Joe. Content, COE.
I'm just saying it to say like
content over everything.
Come on, that's crazy. You might need to put that on the t-shirt. For real, that shit is sell. Let's get back on track, man. Hey, look.
So you started. So the rugs.
Right. The rugs led into
What was your first rug sale? How much was it?
Probably like $75. Probably like $75.
No, I'm just curious because
for the viewers.
Can I ask you what's the highest amount?
What's the highest?
You can exaggerate if you want to.
$10,000.
They don't really know. 10,000 pounds.
I had made a rug for Freddie Gibbs.
Oh shit! Never mind.
Gotta tax him.
Nah, it wasn't even that. I hit him up, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I want to go ahead and do this for you. We were supposed to link in Cali. I flew out there. I made the rug in like 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like 48 hours.
You flew out there?
A 7-foot rug. Yeah, I didn't even finish the rug. Shout out to my dog, man. Anything that is business related, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty locked in with my man. So,
that's what's up.
We flew out there. I gave him like drop of a dime notice. I'm like, bro, it's Wednesday. I'm like, Friday we flying to LA. You want to go? Like, I'm flying. You know what I'm saying? I got to go drop this off to Freddie Gibbs. He like, yeah, of course.
Did you record this?
Nah, bro. I had no time. So we probably locked in on this shit.
You can't insult the guest, man.
I mean,
no,
look,
nigga, he knows. Nigga, that's literally that's content for like
I've done some crazy shit.
You would have sold so many rugs. You would have sold so many rugs on that video alone.
Well, here's the thing. So, I stayed up 48 hours. Like, I'm talking no sleep, my nigga. Like, I slept 4 hours over the course of 48 hours to finish this rug. Damn. By the time I made it on the flight,
and all that shit by hand. Like, you don't have nothing that's automated that you do. It's all hand.
Yeah, and it was 7 feet. Yeah, 7 feet, and it was
that's shack size. Shazam!
I'm about to show y'all the rug. It was like premise like a the illustration was like a
I had a wild follow up, but I ain't gonna do it. I was like, was that the picture of him in the spread?
Chill, that's insane. It's like a magazine, so very detailed.
Cold.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
very
cold,
detailed rug. So
it's a fire album too, bro. I wish I could show this.
I got 45 minutes to make it to the airport before my flight takes off.
Can you zoom in on it? No.
Can you send it to him?
Yeah, for sure.
It's cold, bro. This boy the truth. That boy that good.
Oh yeah, that shit cold, bro.
So
that shit cold.
I got 45 minutes to make it to the airport. Yeah. And I ain't even done with the rug. The rug ain't even got glue on it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh shit. I called my peoples, my mom, my sister, my brother, all pull up. I'm like, yo, I need help. Everybody put on gloves, grab a corner. We finna glue this whole rug right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They talking to me. I'm like, yo, I ain't got time to answer no questions. Glue. You know what I mean? I don't know what to do. I don't care. Glue. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Just put that shit somewhere. We'll figure it out.
Long story short, like, I end up throwing a sheet of felt over it to cover the glue, rolled it up, put it in a military bag. I ain't even packed drawers, y'all.
Sheesh. For what?
I flew out.
We heard
like,
about you, man.
Bro, chill, man. Come on.
This is what I'm saying. Like,
I ain't had what I'm getting at. I ain't
flew
had
out
no
of
change
California.
clothes. You know
No
what I'm saying?
draws. Yeah, he said it.
But it was asking him, oh, you was out in Vegas.
Come on, that's
what y'all
crazy.
doing porn?
That
Let's
boy-
put the pieces together.
Double work, bro.
Vegas is
Niggas
down the
trying to
street.
force porn on me.
That boy was
Vegas is down the street from Cali.
That boy was
Listen,
double booked.
I swear to God, I put in the caption, Mr. Jefferson talks about his career move to porn.
Man, chill.
Laying raw.
For real, bro. They be chill. Pause.
She could be in it with you. You got your girlfriend in it.
Hey.
If you got a girlfriend.
You know, hey, next question. You know,
Like, I ain't, you know,
I wouldn't do you like that. Next question. Hey, you know. Next question. We'll pass.
How you started on the
DMs
figurines? How you started on the figurines?
So, saw it on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Again,
Everything starts from YouTube, kids.
yeah, YouTube University, yo, tap in.
For sure.
Facts.
And I was just seeing practical shit, right? I was seeing people make tools, everyday shit that they could use. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I started viewing it. So I'm like, okay, with 3D printing, yo, you can do almost anything, right? This an easy way to get into prosthetics. This an easy way to get into like the health industry and really innovate some shit. You could just create
like your blueprint and then print it out.
100%. You could,
you could create a motherfucking
prototype.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm thinking, okay, this has every application of all the things that I would possibly want to do, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So I buy my 3D printer and I like, yo, everything that I want to do, I talk about it like endlessly to anybody that'll listen, I guess. I'm like, yo, I'm finna get a 3D printer. And people was like, yo, whatever.
Nigga saying to anybody I listen, I guess I fuck with that so heavy because I be doing the same shit.
Because I believe in my
manifest,
shit.
bro.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
gotta
And I'm
manifest, bro.
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna talk about it because even if, you know what I'm saying, for me it's like this. If you're gonna support what I'm gonna do, you gotta know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
Closed mouths don't get fed.
exactly. So I'm like, yo, I'm gonna buy this printer. And I guess people like, it took me probably like 2-3 months to actually, not to say save it, but just build up the courage. Like, okay, I'm gonna drop this bread.
How much did it cost?
$175.
Oh, that ain't bad.
It wasn't bad at all.
Sheesh.
Like, I should have
Okay.
just threw it, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, I really don't know anything about 3D printing.
yeah.
All I had studied was what can you make, not how do you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
yeah.
How do you create, right?
Yeah.
So, fuck it, bought the printer, downloading files, things like that. I start creating, little models that people have already created. So what I focus on right now was, let me just learn practical use. How do you orient your figures for printing? How do you clean up mistakes, this and that? Let me learn this printer, right? Ins and outs. The first printer I bought was an Ender 3. It's like the cheapest beginner entry level printer. So once I bought one, bro, I ended up buying like 5.
Okay.
There are small technical things. It's a very difficult printer. It can be, let me say. It's easy, but it has its challenges. So I'm tearing it apart.
So you like your own tech, like
And everything,
like when people got issues with Xfinity, they call Xfinity, but you can't call Xfinity. You got to fix it yourself.
100%. When my Tufton guns would break, I get on YouTube. How do I fix it?
How many did you mess up before you got to like your first good one?
What's that? 3D printer or print? Probably hundreds, let's say. Not even. I say it probably took me like a good 25, 30 attempts.
How long was that? Like the time frame?
Oh, bro, as soon as you realize that you're messing up, you can stop your print, start over, right?
Oh, okay.
So
That's fine. Okay.
if I notice it in the first 10 minutes, if I notice it in the first hour, you know what I mean?
How much does that cost though? Like how much did that cost for you? Like
A roll of filament is probably $14, $15. They range depending on where you source it. But I'm saying that's your low end filament, right?
how much filament did it take to make this?
One roll could make both of these, let's just say.
Oh, for real?
It depends on setting. So
Yeah.
this has like a 5% infill, meaning that it's not like you can't easily squish this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It has its pocket, so
Yeah,
there's like a grid infill basically to give it some weight. You can make it solid. You can make it completely hollow. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So there are a lot of different ways that you can print and save money, save time, all of that, right? And it depends on what the use for.
You keep saying filament. What is filament for the people
Filament
that don't
is
know?
basically like a plastic that you're using, but there are different kinds of filament. So you have PLA, TPU, ABS. There are different uses for each one. TPU is what they're using to 3D print shoes right now.
Okay.
Nike just released a pair of 3D printed running shoes. You know what I'm saying?
I seen those.
There's that to
They
me,
kind of tough too.
bro. They hard as
They
fuck.
kinda tough, too.
They hard as fuck, and that just shows how advanced, how far.
It's come really far, bro. Technology
And how
is
fast.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we was just playing Snake on our phones like 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like green screens. Like now we have computers. Like we got computers in our
facts.
pockets.
I would say that 3D printing itself is still very early in the stage of this level of accessibility. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can get in for very low cost. You can buy a printer on Facebook Marketplace for like $100. You know what I'm saying?
How long did it take you to like really learn how to make like so like the first one I would say like you perfected. How long did that, how long was it? How long had you been working on the process before you made that one? And what was that one? Like what was the first one that you made where you said, "Oh shit, I killed this"?
So the first one that I printed successfully was actually like a origin file that they give you for free when you buy the printer. It was like the little Chinese cat with the paw up. I think it's like a good luck cat or something.
money cat.
The one that do the
money
money
cat.
handy.
Yeah. So that was the first one that I printed successfully. With the Ender 3, you have to balance the bed. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The print bed. So you're controlling each four corners to make it level. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a level plane to the ground.
Okay. Okay.
So that took me a while to learn that curve and that understanding. You know what I'm saying? There are gonna be soft points on the bed itself. So one spot in the bed might be lower than the rest of the bed. How do you account for that, right?
Yeah.
So it's learning programming, it's learning coding, it's learning a lot. You know what I mean?
You showed us the Vegeta that you're working on for Sauce Walker, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that like, are you using a bigger one to make those?
Nah, so what I've done is...
Because it's a big difference between this joint and that. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
the Vegeta joint I'm working on is gonna be 4'10"
okay,
in height.
Okay.
I did it at 4'10" because we're going for a life size figure. Vegeta, if I'm not mistaken, was 5'4".
Yeah.
And he's in a crouched fighting stance.
Yeah.
So with his hair to account for the
that's gonna be tough.
So downloaded a program, and this is free game. I'm always giving free game for anybody that wants to get in because I think all of these markets should be accessible.
Yeah,
we should have more people, especially black people, learning and growing in different industries because we never know who's gonna be the innovator, right?
Right.
So I downloaded a program called Lubin that allows you to chop up any model and scale it to any size. So they are 3D printing whole cars. You know what I'm saying? I saw a couple, like a dude printed an Aventador.
I seen a dude make a Lamborghini.
Yeah, I seen that too.
Yeah, that shit was crazy, and they drove it.
Yep. All you do is drop an engine into it, and that's ABS.
Crazy, yo.
So when going back to the
They
filaments,
painted in it everything, bro. It was a Ferrari too. I seen a Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari.
They
Like,
painted that mother, and they was because they was talking about like Ferrari might sue them or whatever the case it is, but they was like they can't sue them because they made it from scratch or something. So, it was something behind it, but like that, I was like blown away.
There are things that they can do because they replicated the model. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But
only if they put it for sale though, right?
if they drive it,
Oh, okay.
it's advertisement in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
It's a misrepresentation of the brand. But the dude that did the Lamborghini, he got that blessing. So
Got you.
you know, again, there's a lot of different ways you can go about it, but Lubin allowed for me to scale the model to that size, and it automatically cuts it up for you. You know, you input the right settings, and there are different ways that you can separate the pieces. This one here, I printed it too tight, like
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so you can print it in different pieces.
You printed that piece first, and then printed that other piece.
Nah, I printed this first, and then printed the because it can sit on its base like this.
So like, is it code? Like, how are you telling like it what's like how is it? How is it like? How are you telling the system what to print exactly?
That boy wearing a helmet.
Yeah, it's definitely code. So the model is designed through. Now you're not writing code to 3D print this.
Right.
You model it through a digital program like Blender, Sketchfab, AutoCAD, different programs, and it depends on what you're trying to do, which one you use, because some of them are easier for different tasks, right? AutoCAD is one of the easiest to get in and learn how to create something really quick. Blender, you can get in there and learn animation. You can get in there, completely 3D model, and then turn it into anything, So once you have that model, the printer program that you use, which is called a slicer, it'll essentially generate a code for the printer to follow the coordinates and create this figure, because it's all based on polygons and what I mean, different points.
So. Okay. They say geometry didn't matter.
Right. Then that's exactly what this is. So.
Damn, bro, that's tough. So from the rugs to the figurines, and then what made you want to go get Safe House?
So, like I say, big vision, right?
Right.
Initially,
you do, my bad. You teach folks how to make rugs, right?
Yeah, explain what like Safe House is, like where it's located. For people that's not in our region, 100%. You know what I'm saying?
So
they might tap in with you. Come from Alaska or something.
Let's start with this. Safe.
Shout out Alaska.
Safe in Safe House is an acronym for set a fucking example.
Okay.
The goal behind that is this.
Like that. That's cool.
That's a double entendre.
You should sell a shirt with that on it. That's on the shirt. You selling that?
Yeah, I got a few. Well, we about to do our merch release here.
Put them on the slides too. Just safe across the front.
That would be hard, actually. That would be
serious. Supreme do it.
Yeah, for real. That would be hard.
3D print them too.
Come on, bro. I need bro. I'm telling you, bro. I really like that.
I got some shit in the works. So let me tell you.
Yeah, that's good.
I wanted to get into home decor. I wanted to build something. So I was like, okay, I need a brand that could be all encompassing.
Yeah.
Right.
Something that as I grow, it can house it, it can adopt it, it can build a home for this, right? So like I say, the rugs are just a vessel. I don't view that as a business, to be honest. I'm just a creative in that realm. Do you view
any of it as a business, or you just view it as you just make money off of
like
it,
building a hub, kind of, so to speak? You know what I'm saying? Is what it sounds like.
I do view it as a business. It's how I want to structure it, which is why, as of right now, the rugs is like, even once I make my reintroduction of the Safe House, the rugs is just a added,
for sure.
Like,
I mean, most successful people got 7 different avenues anyway.
Right,
so
exactly.
That's just what you're working on.
Yeah,
right.
So your back cave, you know.
Now the 3D prints is different because there are several things that I'm working on now, but several approaches that I have in mind that will need to be structured as a business from the beginning. We talked about it before we started recording. That's why I don't really sell my figures right now. There are things that I'll take commissions for certain things. Mm-hmm. Hey, I want to get a Mario piece done. Okay, cool. I can make that for you. Do you want it painted or not? You know what I mean?
How much does it cost to like get a say I wanted Riley and Huey, and that scene where they're fighting and they both got their swords. What if I wanted like that specifically printed out? Not necessarily life size, but say like these, right?
Right.
Like that size. How much would that cost me?
Again, the tough part in 3D printing, it all depends. It depends what goes into it. So something like that, there's not a model that already exists. So a model needs to be created. If I create it, it's going to take me longer than someone with more experience, right? Mm-hmm. So you got 1 or 2 options. You could pay me less, and give me the time to do it, or we pay someone with the experience to get it done quick, and they're gonna charge. So some of the models that I'm working on right now have cost me anywhere from, on the low end, let's say someone wants to get a jewelry piece, you want a custom pendant, depending on what you want, it might be $50 to design that. It might be $20 to design that.
You know what I'm saying? Gold and shit?
I mean, there's a lot in store. Shout out to Premium Jewelry Company. You know what I mean? If y'all need any gold, any jewelry, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with them boys out there.
You got a lot of partnerships, huh?
I mean, I just fuck with people, and I'm all about, like I say, everybody grow together. So whatever I don't do, I'm gonna pass it off to who I know does, and for the most part, I want everybody to be able to win within their own regard. There are ways that we can always work together and build. You know what I'm saying? Even if we do the same shit, I got several tufters that I know that we working together, we building shit. I know several like rug makers from all over the world, right? That we talk regularly.
Because it's out here for everybody.
100%.
It's enough out here for everybody.
100%.
Right.
And again, for me, like, it's free game any day of the week. If anybody got a question, I'm here to answer it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to win. And then, like I say, as far as partnerships, it's just, if it makes sense, I'm locked in. You know what I mean?
Okay. I say that because, I want to congratulate you on your recent partnership with Cookies.
I wouldn't call it a partnership per se. I would just say that, been blessed with an opportunity to start a relationship. You know what I mean?
We're going to speak
at least locally.
Existence.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And
hey, Burner, holla at us, man. He got some product for you, bro. Holla
we
at
do
us,
got
Burner.
big aspirations.
Holla
so just a heads up, I will be putting a couple figures up there. You know what I'm saying? That will be on display.
That's fine. Congratulations, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
That nigga Trey not gonna applaud with me. It's okay. We're not gonna applaud me. It's okay.
I was chilling, man.
It's just me today, guys. It's just me. Snapping fingers.
I could hit the button.
Do your two-step.
Yeah. I started to tell you, but nah.
We got to get a table. We getting better. We getting there.
We
holding
it down, man. Look, it take time.
We ain't ready to ask the podcast yet, but we
chill.
You know what I'm saying?
We learning from the goats.
We can only pray.
We got 10 years, so it's gonna be a difference there. But y'all doing good, man. Y'all making the right choices. Y'all got great guests. You know what I mean? Y'all got a great dynamic yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that's love from the pie guy.
So what? So you talked about it. You touched on it, but you ain't go too deep into it because we asked a few questions. What is your goal?
So with the Safe House, to work more so as a creative agency, I want people to have a place that
boy talking bars. He said as a creative agency, WME. Who are you?
I heard it. That was hard. I heard it.
Creative agency. That boy. Hey, you know what? That come from pitching. When you got to do grant proposals and stuff like that, you got to talk like that. I know the game, brother. I know the game.
I mean, like I say, I took years away from everything. You know what I'm saying? Just learn and study different approaches, right? And I could be scatterbrained. Like, I can come off scatterbrained. I can come off at times like I'm all over the place.
As most creatives do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I'm just building the steps I need so that when the time is right, it all comes together and makes sense, right? So the overall goal is to be able to help creatives, artists have a platform to sell just in a different way. It's not to say that we're a bigger platform or we will be or anything, you know what I'm saying? I've had, like, God has blessed me. Anyone I've ever said, hey, I want to be able to get a rug to this person on my merit, I was able to get a rug to them. Any person I've ever reached out to about a 3D print, we're in talks for projects. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not just us. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things to where I'm so passionate about everybody being able to live within their passion, their creative realm, right? That I do want to find ways to collaborate, and this is why it's going to be presented as a creative agency. I do want people to be able to collaborate and say, hey, I don't know how to 3D model. I've never 3D printed. I don't know how to paint a figure, but I got this idea.
Right.
Together we can bring it to fruition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's whether you want to learn or you want someone to do the work for you. You know what I mean?
Because the power of collaboration is important. 100%. And it's also important for people to recognize what they can't do.
Facts.
Like, not can't do, but like some things I'm just not good at. Some things I really had to reach out to other people. Say, hey, can you do this for me, yo? Because I don't got the patience for it. I don't really want to learn it. Like, I can learn other stuff, but this right here, I don't want to do, bro. Can I just, you know what I mean? That's needed.
The one thing that, like, the biggest lesson I learned in running the safe house is prioritizing, right? And not in the cliche sense of, hey, you gotta have a level of importance of things, right? Mm-hmm. But more so, what is really important. In the moment, things feel so much
stacked up,
you know, and emotions run high. Things feel very intense, right?
Get overwhelmed.
For sure. When prioritizing, choose what matters most, focus in, you know what I'm saying, and start there. Like, for me, had I focused more on defining what the safe house is while I had my store open, I would have been in a better position today, you know, and we're in an amazing position, I would say.
Right. I got a dog named Q, man. Real good guy. He like a bit of a business mentor to me. Like, he keeps telling me different things. And one thing he told me, he was like, yo, we all want to take everybody with us, but unfortunately, you can't do that. Like, you got to get yourself up there. And he was like, he's like, even though, like, you know what I'm saying, even when you get there, he's like, you're going to want to do everything for everybody. Then he's like, but you're still not there yet. And like, you have to go above where there is in order to really reach down and pull people out. And I sometimes have a hard time with that because I really believe that I could bring everybody with me at the same time.
100%.
And it's like, the real thing is, like, you got to prioritize and you got to realize, like, nah, like, because everybody don't see it the same way you do. And sometimes, even as much as people say they want it, they don't even know what it looks like to get it.
Oh, my God, bro. Working, so I'm a sole entrepreneur in the sense, like, this is what I do day in, day out.
Right.
Facts.
There are so many challenges. I don't talk about it often, but as soon as I opened doors for the safe house, my brother got arrested. I ain't seen him since. You know what I'm saying? My youngest brother.
Facts.
Today, just since the year has started, lost family members. My grandmother's been in a terrible car accident, broke her neck, afraid to be paralyzed. You know what I'm saying? It's so hard to juggle anything. So for me, when I say that, like, I don't view things as a business right now, right? It's like, I know I'm not ready for the responsibilities that people hold you at. I provide a service, and I do my best to provide quality. I do my best to provide the best experience, right? But yo, we got challenges that real deal happen.
Right.
And sometimes things can be inexplicable. People ain't always understanding. You fall short.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For sure.
So for me, it's a juggle of, okay, how do I continue to move forward? You know what I'm saying? When I got this,
so many people on your back. Like,
you know
it's
what I
like
mean?
so much we gotta carry, and then people still expecting us to go out here and be what they expect us to be.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
It's hard, bro.
Yeah, and
it's a hell of a balance.
Or be what they need you to be, you know what I'm saying? At all times,
Giving grace. Giving grace to yourself.
Yeah, that's super important.
Yeah, man. And I think it took me a long time to learn that. You know what I mean?
You only learn it through life. Like, that's the crazy thing about all this shit is, like, you only know once you actually experience it. It's like, everybody could have told you everything. Like,
Facts.
OG, I ain't had OGs like that to tell me, to really give me no advice, but even if they did, like, you don't really understand it until you go through it. And unfortunately, like, in order to find you, you have to actually go through it. Like nobody else can do it for you but you.
Right.
And you gotta actually like embrace it damn near, where it's like if you don't embrace the down times, you're not gonna see the best part of you because you don't know what that looks like. Cause you kind of floating around in a false reality because you won't acknowledge the fact that there is another side of life and everything ain't always gonna be beautiful. But also in the same sense, bro, that's life.
Yeah.
It's really, it's not like to null and void what people go through, but it's also like you have two choices. You know what I mean? Like I remember like thinking to myself like, damn, bro, I can't give up on myself. Like I refuse to have people trying to explain to my daughters like what kind of man I was, but like the way I went out. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you kind of have to sit with yourself, wake the fuck up, realize like, yeah, life is gonna happen, but in the same sense, if I stop, life stops. Mm-hmm. I have to keep creating. I have to keep going. It's almost like you
got to find a new purpose. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's what it is. So like I said earlier, when I stopped making music and I was lost, I like genuinely lost. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, okay, what's next? I poured back into my earliest passion, which was art. You know what I mean? Right. And like you talked about how everything comes back together. Yeah. I was a jit designing clothes. I was a jit messing with model cars, begging my mom, yo, please buy me this model car so I can put it together.
Put them together, take them apart. Yeah. Did you do the dinosaurs too?
Nah, the only thing I fucked with was the model cars, airplanes, shit like that. You know what I mean? I was enamored by that shit.
Yeah. I Legos too, bro.
100%.
I used to put the dinosaurs together, dog. I used to take the dinosaur bones and put the.
I know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about. I just ain't never like really get into it. I ain't never kept with dinosaurs like that.
Yeah, and they used to glow in the dark too. So like I would have a whole little Jurassic Park set up, bro. Like yeah,
bro. So I mean, like everything that I do today, I was doing before I was 10. I was taking pottery classes and shit like that as a jit. Shout out to my grandmother.
You was looking
shout
like
out to
Patrick Swayze and Ghost.
Bro, I was out here. You know what I mean? I was out here.
Who was your Who was your Demi Moore?
That boy man, I was a child.
You gotta do that with your girl though. You gotta do it with your girl though.
Like today,
let's say this,
that's the move.
Niggas gotta be more open to doing shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas just gotta be more open to having real life, cause that shit be really dope, bro. Like you ever go do some shit that you think is gonna be goofy as hell, and then you in there and you like, damn, this shit was actually fire as hell.
Bro, think this, man. You could do a pottery class, of course, and I not to say I steer away from cliche shit like wine tasting and shit like that, but those are things that you can casually go do, right?
That's what I'm saying.
To me, you plan for a day to where it's like, yo, we gonna be a little adventurous. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take one of those classes to where you gotta paint each other.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
I ain't even know that's a thing. But
nah, bro. See, that's the thing, bro. You gotta Google, bro. Like if you ever like had a sign,
bro, you coming out, bro. We see the other side.
The next shorty you go on a date, bro. Google new ways for a date in Jacksonville, Florida. Or just like Google like date ideas and watch how many different things come up, bro, that you can do.
Be like Jerome Brown.
You can learn all kinds of shit.
My shit had me in the hood when I Google that.
Yeah.
Nah,
I mean, take you a class, you know,
because we got candlelight orchestra, bro. Like we got a candlelight symphony that.
Oh yeah, I be going to shit like that,
bro. They was doing
Like, did you go to the Da Vinci shit where they was putting it on the wall and all that?
That
was cold. I went to that. Yeah, that was cold.
Yeah,
that was cold.
What you say, Willard?
Van Gogh.
Oh, Van Gogh. Yeah, I was about to say it was that. It's okay,
but they got more coming. They got more coming.
I think it was Virgil. That Virgil
you
shit.
A Jax fan?
A Jax fan?
Yeah. You what you think about the mock draft saying Ashton coming to Jacksonville? Does that mean they about to trade Trevor? Not Trevor.
You talking about Travis?
Travis Etienne?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. I don't always understand or agree with who the Jaguars draft.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's going on with that shit?
I think he's the best pick according to the mock draft. Looking at the mock draft, he's like the best pick.
If he falls to us, it makes sense. Like
it's just crazy though. Like it's just crazy how to be a running back in the NFL. Like you literally be the top shit. You
got the big ass.
You
chain
the best.
on.
You the best playmaker on the team.
My dog wearing one.
The next year, it's a nigga that just broke Barry Sanders' record.
100%.
Like,
and that's the thing. That's what they say. The value is so low on running backs, right? So to me, it wouldn't be the best decision. I think
Saquon proved that differently though.
No.
And everybody ain't Saquon.
But yeah. I was just about to say how many Saquons are there.
Yeah, that's
and it's like Chris Johnson was. you know, I was a Tennessee Titan fan because I'm from Pensacola, so you know what I'm saying. Like, Chris Johnson was a beast.
Him and Lindell, boy.
Bro, Chris Johnson was that nigga.
Him and Lindell was smoking. Foof.
You know, you watched him break NFL records, you know what I'm saying, left and right, right?
7 years later.
Bro, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's like nothing. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 2-3 years later that someone else broke his most rushing yards record.
Right. Yeah.
So it's crazy how quickly that position does really turn over.
Yeah.
You got to be a franchise running back.
Do you think he is? Ashton Genty?
I think he could be for sure. He could be like a McCaffrey. He could be like a Edelman even. You know what I'm saying? To where Ashton Genty does a lot. You know what I mean?
He do, man.
He does. He catches out the backfield very well too.
Yeah, he could do so.
Yeah. But y'all ain't got no line.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
They picked up a few. Like they got some depth in the offseason.
They did. Yeah, you know, that's the problem there. That's
I keep up with this shit.
We got our weaknesses. I feel like they're like I say, certainly areas of focus. We still got to get our defense back to what
the defensive line. What we really need to work on for
What's your defensive? What's your prediction for the season?
I don't even want to say. I don't know, man.
Are y'all making the playoffs?
I hope so.
Nigga, voice got spooky and everything.
I tried to do that.
Kodak. I got it. Get on the Kodak.
You been watching the NBA?
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Who you got for the chip this year? Lakers?
Nah, I don't think the Lakers gonna take it. I would like to see SGA them, win it. Just being real.
Not gonna win.
They not.
I don't.
That's a boy camp. For basketball.
For real. They finna get bullied.
I don't think that's fair. Yeah. The only reason I think...
they playing against Memphis. Memphis is ass. Memphis shouldn't even
No. I'm with you. But, bro, their chemistry is like
you're right,
none
it's
other.
on the charts,
We've never seen a young team. We've never seen a young team play together the way that they are.
OKC.
The first iteration.
Fuck no.
Nigga, they not. Well, don't get me wrong.
They were still battling. 6 or 7 games, they were still battling. Who gets the ball?
Okay,
and then by the third year, you know what I'm saying, with James Harden becoming a star, like clearly.
Nah, I be trying to tell people OKC's like their organization, bro. Draft wise,
they had all the potential.
Trades, OKC. They're Sam Presti, bro. How he built that team, bro. Jalen Williams.
Yeah, how he built this team is fucking incredible.
SGA. Like, he legit, like, he didn't even do the process. He wasn't like Philly. Like, he didn't lose. Like, they legit just, like, they always was there.
Bruh.
Like, bro, think about this team, bro. At one point, the Thunder have had Oladipo, Sabonis, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, James Harden, Serge Ibaka.
Yeah, they all team 2K crazy.
SGA. Like, they had, like, everybody on that team at one point, bro. Did I say Paul George?
Yeah, you did.
Bro, like, it ain't got enough after all that to have the picks to draft Chet Holmgren.
Bro. And have the wherewithal. Like,
playing.
They got a good draft pick next year. They got good draft picks for the next 20 years.
They are doing amazing.
They're still
work.
gonna lose.
The only reason I feel like they might lose, honestly, is they've never been here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They need at least one time to get knocked down. And the team I'm afraid might do it is
the Lakers.
Denver. The Lakers isn't as sound as niggas want to.
We just smacked the hell out of them.
Who?
We just smacked OKC.
That's regular season, bro.
It's end of regular season. The game mattered.
End of regular season, right? These
niggas the game mattered.
Not clinch.
No, the game mattered. The game mattered. Them niggas played their starters. We smoked them boys. They played their starters. It was 2 weeks before the season.
Agree. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think we're gonna win it though.
I do.
I think
Celtics gonna run it back. I ain't gonna hold you.
You think
who y'all playing right now again? Fuck
the Timberwolves.
Anthony Edwards.
And y'all 1-1 right now.
Yeah,
like if Ant give y'all.
What that mean?
Randall is inconsistent. Rudy Gobert is fucking ass. If y'all don't wipe them,
that's a lie.
Rudy Gobert is a waste of 7 feet.
That's a lie. I will continuously tell all y'all that y'all
so
wrong.
They had the most overrated list that came out.
18 rebounds.
Yeah.
This nigga get 18 rebounds Wednesday night, let's just say.
Yeah.
And Saturday he give 2.
Yeah.
That's fair. Playing time. I mean,
this nigga get 14 points.
But it's not because he's trash.
And Saturday he get 2.
It's not because he's trash, bro. It's because of the way offenses are playing.
How much you lost on Rudy Gobert, bro?
That's
I hear it in your voice. How much you lost on Rudy Gobert?
It's because of the way offenses are played nowadays, bro.
How much you don't lost,
Rudy Gobert?
Tell it.
That's not all Rudy Gobert, and that's what the fuck you get for betting on Rudy Gobert, dickhead.
Like, he can get me. He can get me too.
Man,
he can definitely get me too.
Rudy Gobert.
That's what it always is.
Hey, shout out Norman Powell, man. I'm always gonna shout out Norman Powell.
Hey, did y'all see that nigga Kawhi though? That nigga Kawhi went crazy the other night.
Yeah, what nigga?
That nigga said
you might as well call him that. Kawhi, nigga.
Kawhi.
Yeah, it's Kawhi, bro. Nigga.
Kawhi. It is Kawhi.
That nigga ain't African.
Nigga, his name is spelled Kawhi.
That nigga is from Compton, man.
Kawhi.
Kawhi.
That's what his grandma called him. That's his nickname.
Right. It shit sound like the intro to Lion King, nigga.
It sound like you can only call that nigga from the fields.
He did go crazy though.
Nah, he did. Smoked him.
Hey, bro. Hey, boy. It's crazy how Kawhi, like, when the playoffs come around, like, his legs suddenly work.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you. I do fuck with that.
Yeah.
We see such a difference in play from the regular season to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
Like, even all throughout this season, I was like, man, I just can't wait till the fucking playoffs.
For real.
The play was hot, bro.
Don't get me wrong. I definitely saw a lot of good games this year, and I think that Adam Silver,
it was.
I think he's slowly like getting the NBA to a more physical stage. Like you could tell he's having the conversations with people behind closed doors, and then in the first week of the playoffs, you can see it. Like,
bro, they were fighting. Well,
I feel like this. He got
because a lot of that shit be bullshit calls.
He got a group of young dudes that have the talent to all be super. Like, we ain't seen a class like
it's crazy now, bro. Because Cade is really like that, bro.
Oh, bro, Cade is a beast.
In his third year, bro. Cade is his third year.
Yeah.
I want to say it is.
It is.
Cade is really like. I really got Cade and SGA ain't far off. I know SGA is only that high because he had more years.
I don't know about that.
Bro, it's only because SGA been in the league for going on 8 years. That's the only reason why. If Cade is in the NBA for 8 years, bro, I guarantee Cade at 8 years is gonna be better than SGA.
SGA got an understanding of
crazy
of the
spacing,
game.
crazy like
bro,
footwork. Like I'm not saying it as a slight.
I don't think that you could put him there just yet. But
yeah, for sure. I'm not saying that as a slight. I'm saying that Cade Cunningham. I would not be surprised that if in 10 years Cade Cunningham is mentioned as like top 3 players in the league. I would not be surprised if Cade Cunningham is a top 3 player in the league in 10 years, bro. Bro, he got everything, bro. And he got the mindset. First of all, he light skinned, but he play like he dark skinned.
That's crazy, bro.
And he be talking hella shit. Like,
yeah, I fuck with that. He be talking shit. That shit was hilarious when he was talking to Giannis. He was like,
hey, this nigga.
You say nigga? You say that?
Hey, because when Cade talk, you be like, this nigga might be a real nigga.
Yeah.
And then you know his background, like, oh, okay, he really grew up through some shit. Like, Cade really nice, bro, and he got the right team. Like, it's good to see Detroit basketball back.
Yeah, I like to see it. Yeah.
It's good to see. Man. It's good to see. Like, I'm gonna say this. It's good to see the Lakers got a coach that care. Like, JJ be out there snapping, bro. I ain't gonna hold you.
You seen them clips of him in practice?
I was talking hella shit about when we hired JJ, bro, but JJ has proven his worth. And it looks like JJ gonna stick around.
I feel like he's doing what he gotta do. I feel like he doing what he got to do. JJ understand the game. He understand the level of importance, and he understand the approach. He understands what it takes to win a championship. You know what I'm saying? So in that regard, shit, who better? You know what I mean?
That's why the Lakers gonna win.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
We need a center.
Either the Celtics gonna win.
We should have took that broke ass center.
I don't think the Celtics gonna win.
We should have took.
What's up with Jason Tatum? Did they say how long he gonna be out?
Jay sent him out?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I missed that.
Yeah, me too, bro. You got down.
I just know he had an off first game. I know he had an off first game.
No, he got injured.
He got injured in that first game?
Yeah.
That's why he shot 8 for 21 or some shit. Not 8 for 21.
Nah, he just shot that and niggas was selling out.
4 for 19 or some shit.
Yeah, they were selling out. Yeah, the fans were selling out.
Jay Tatum hurt?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I
don't see it.
Oh, damn. No, he playing. Oh, he did. He not playing tonight.
No.
Oh, that first game when he hurt his wrist.
That game over though, ain't it? I mean, yeah, real time, yeah, it's over.
Dog, they won the first post game. Bro, think about this stat, bro. Yeah. Jason Tatum only been in the league for 6 years, bro.
I wish I'd have known that, bro.
He has played 114 straight playoff games, bro. We lost out on
good Jalen money, guys. Damn.
Yo, he has played in 114 straight postseason games.
Nah, that's crazy.
Dog, I hate the slander on Jason Tatum, bro. Like, they be playing with my dog like he not one of them, bro.
I like Jason Tatum, bro. I feel like he one of the faces of the league right now. Him, Giannis, and...
They don't want that dude to win, bro. Yeah. And now, right, the argument is that he ain't got no finals MVP. Like, bro, like, what are we doing?
That's why I wanted him to get it this year, man. He got to come back, bro. I want him to get his MVP this year, bro.
And it's going to be part of the storyline.
He got to get it.
I've been a huge fan of Tatum.
Yeah, I fuck with Tatum.
Bro, his game is immaculate. He has no holes.
His game is unbelievable, but he plays like he don't give a fuck.
The personality, that's all it is.
It's the personality, but it's also that he is not consistently as good at, like, he does not showcase that talent.
I ain't saying that now.
He does not showcase that talent day in, day out.
I ain't saying that now. I won't say that because he always play defense. He always
no. I'll give you that. Like, I'll give you that.
I say he
but he does not always impact the game.
Not
the same way.
No, I'm not saying that.
Bro, they're nice.
Because he doesn't always have to.
You're absolutely right.
See, that's what I'm saying.
But that's the difference between a star like a Kobe, a LeBron, a Michael Jordan.
Everybody's gonna get it left.
Not doing that.
Trust, bro. Look, like I say, I'm a Duke fan, bro. So I wanted to give Jason Tatum everything, right?
Yeah.
Ever since that Kobe Tech shit,
he stepped his game up.
I'll say this:
he won a chip after that.
He elevated his game,
bro. We not doing that, bro.
His game.
You put all those stars up to his stats, bro. His stats is better than all of them, bro.
Nigga, look at his team.
That ain't, bro. He's leading the team. It does not matter, bro. Nobody say that when LeBron is leading the team.
Derek White.
Nobody says that when LeBron is leading the team.
Yeah, it's different though, bro.
But why is it different? That's crazy because we talk about young players. So everybody want to give credit to OKC for them being young players and hooping. But Jason Tatum don't get. Bro, they came into a team that was supposed to be.
SGA gets 30 every night.
Bro, Jason Tatum.
SGA gets 30 every night. And them niggas shine.
Because he shoots the ball to get 30 every night.
Jason Tatum can't. Like, Jason Tatum
SGA is more of a shooting guard than he is a point guard. Say he ain't. Jalen Williams literally plays the ball up more to make plays for everybody than SGA does.
I don't know that I agree with that.
Dog, Jason Tatum damn near Jason Tatum averaged 25, 10, and damn near 6 and 7 for this year.
Right. He's playing
the center of the offense.
Yes,
like, you know what I'm saying. So like, I don't think it's his fault that Boston had good.
I'm not saying it's his fault. But that same thing could be said.
It can't be
last year and the year before,
and they won a championship.
Jaylen Brown carried the team equally for the first few years that they were together.
That's another lie. That's another lie. Jaylen Brown hoops, bro, but Jaylen Brown disappeared many times, bro.
He definitely has.
Disappeared many times.
Definitely has.
He's not as consistent.
Out with that, though. That's what I'm saying. They both rotate out.
But that's a team, though. Yeah. That's a team, bro.
But Kobe Bryant, Hold on.
Kobe Bryant shot
that
8 for 24 and won a championship against the Celtics because he went and got 19 rebounds. You know what Jason Tatum just did when he had a bad shooting night? He went and got 14 rebounds.
I'm not arguing against that. But his numbers are not consistent, like
with another star.
Because he sacrificed his game, bro. If Jason Tatum,
I'm with you. But here's what I'm trying to get you to accept. You're asking for us to, like, bro, Jason Tatum, to this day, is still one of my favorite players.
Yeah, no, we fuck with him.
And I do not like his personality all the time. You know what I'm saying? He can be very
He's
corny.
Just a chill nigga. Like,
no, he can be very corny. He goes out of his way to be corny.
I won't say that. We did it! Everybody does that.
That was kind of great.
Everybody does it.
He was trying to do the KG moment.
Everybody does it, though. Everybody does it. Everybody tries to have a Kobe moment. Everybody tries to have a KG moment. Literally, every NFL player, after they win the Super Bowl, says, I'm going to Disney. Everybody does it. But when Jason Tatum does it, it's different.
That's marketing.
It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. It's still, he's a Nike player. That's marketing for him to have that moment. You ain't think think about on 2K, right? On 2K, when you playing with your player and you have a moment, they give you 3 responses. They give you 3 responses to choose from. He's just listening to his advisors, nigga.
Hey, his shit said
that nigga.
Look at all the commercials you see that nigga doing now. He's trying to be more marketable. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, he's trying. But you can't sell him.
Yeah, you
can't sell him, nigga. He's a clean sell.
This nigga should have been the face of the league undeniably.
Yeah. I feel that.
And that's the argument.
The reason
that's
why
the end of, hold on. That's the end of the argument as to why you can't give him that same superstar level of respect when we're talking about like
Jason
a
Tatum
Kobe,
is smoking all these
James.
Everybody that's your favorite player.
I agree. Bro.
Everybody that's your favorite player in this time frame, Jason Tatum is smoking them since high school. Like, how can we say other people are better than him when he's been winning more than everybody since he got in the league?
Other players are better than him.
Don't get me wrong, SGA finally had his moment, but SGA ain't been cooking since he came to the league like Jason Tatum has.
But listen. I'm not saying other players are better than him. I'm saying other players have embodied that role.
We was not saying that when Jason Tatum dunked on LeBron James and took motherfucking Cleveland all the way down to, was it 7 games in the playoffs?
Nigga,
that boy moving
Nah, this is real. We weren't saying that when he was doing that. When he was overly scoring, nobody was saying that. Nobody was saying that. But then when he became more of a team player, everybody say Jason Tatum ain't that no more.
No. I'm not saying he's not that.
I'm not just referring to you.
Yeah. But what I'm saying though is, on RAOP, if you go back, bro, anytime we talked about basketball, the Celtics were my team because of Jason Tatum.
Yeah, facts.
And I'm a Knicks fan. You get what I'm saying?
He went backwards.
Huh?
But you went backwards.
It's not that I went backwards.
SGA got all you niggas braids too tight.
No. I'm not really a fan of teams. I'm a fan of players. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
So for me, I still hold him at a high regard in my book, right? But there are notches down because I feel like he lost that edge.
So what happened
2 years ago?
What they won a championship last year,
right? But his edge.
So what did they win a championship this year? You gonna say he don't have an edge when he wins 2 in a row?
No, I'm not.
How do you not have an edge to win one?
What if he's not the MVP and they win and Jalen's the MVP again? Then what we talking about?
Bro, Jason Tatum is not
White the
MVP. Yeah. It's not gonna happen. You know why? Because
they give him the ball to keep him in that status.
They give him the ball to keep him in.
Yes, bro.
I don't know, but I won't go that far. But
that's what I'm saying, bro.
The offense has to run through Jason Tatum
because he's the best player on the team.
Yeah. Right, but.
Niggas don't say this with LeBron. Niggas don't say this with Cook. They don't say this with
LeBron always hit his numbers though.
They have stopped Derek White from cooking. They have this year. They just started to accept other players to cook.
Yeah, it's facts,
bro. Why you talking like?
Because their rotation is gotten deeper.
Bro, why we can't say Derek White became a better player with Jason Tatum? Because he wasn't doing this in San Antonio.
I'm not saying he hasn't.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all give the players credit. Y'all give the players credit for playing better around him, but don't give him no credit for.
No,
you think Payne
Pritchard doesn't have the same dog approach?
What Payne Pritchard had, especially
that's the only argument I've said.
What Payne Pritchard had, especially he had without
dog
Jason
approach. Yeah, today he's like, okay, I can rest my body and still get the win. I can play like Luka Doncic and still get the win.
When does he do that? He plays defense every game.
Right.
He don't take no games off.
Luka doesn't play the best defense.
You comparing a nigga that don't play defense to a nigga that do.
Hold on. Luka doesn't play the best defense. Luka's putting up the same stat lines.
And who lost to Luka last year?
Luka's putting up the same stat lines.
Who lost to Luka last year?
That's all we saying, bro.
Who lost to Luka last year?
That's all we saying.
And he lost.
Bro.
He lost. You can say all that. He lost to the same guy that we're talking about.
He lost to the better team.
Yeah.
It don't matter. He lost.
But we talking about
individual. You can do the superstar shit all you want. You lose when you don't play like a team. Kobe learned that. Right. MJ learned that.
No,
niggas learned that.
Kobe
learned that. Kobe said it himself. Kobe learned it. How did Derek Fisher get those shots off?
Kobe had to depend on his team.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You don't win if you don't. SGA, for as much as y'all saying,
this nigga was getting 5 defenders on him.
So you saying? I have a question. Are you saying that OKC's team is outright not as talented as Boston?
No. I'm saying they are
because they match up evenly.
I'm saying that they are as talented.
Okay, all right. So what are we saying then?
The only thing that I've said
is that he just ain't got the
how?
Same. Bro, it's just a difference of opinion.
No,
it's
fuck
just
that.
a difference of opinion.
Hey, Jay Tatum. Come on the ass, baby.
Ready to beat my ass over
light
man. I fuck with.
No, you know what? Because I'm defensive over Jay Tatum because Kobe gave him. I'm defensive over all the players. Well, no, he also was training under Kobe. Now he's one of Kobe's on the kids. You can tell by the way he plays game.
Yeah, for
sure. You can tell by the footwork.
Bro, I'm a huge fan of Jason Tatum. It just saddened me.
I feel like y'all be focusing on the wrong things.
No, there was such a public ridicule on him. I feel like his game changed. He did elevate in a way to where you can't talk about hey, Jason Tatum doesn't do. Like, he can't score. He can't lead the team.
That nigga is a complete player.
Oh, he's an all-around, bro.
Yeah, I don't care if nobody say 25, 10, and 6 is...
He just... I just don't feel like he has that same,
That's
like...
crazy to me.
I'm going to rip you apart attitude.
And I mean, the league
That's
said
crazy
too, bro,
to me.
because he's never in the MVP, like...
But that's
bro.
because of his team, which is unfair.
No, that's because of him.
Yeah,
Kobe.
That's unfair because SGA has such a... SGA has the same
you
damn
literally
team
just
right
said
now.
exactly.
So what makes
they have the same team?
You just said,
and the only difference that he's doing, because SGA ain't putting up 14 rebounds. The only difference is the nigga averaging 6 more points.
Yeah, facts. He going to get it every night.
That's my point, though. He's only shooting the ball more. That's all he does more than Jason Tatum. He shoots the ball more.
The only thing that I've said is that Jason Tatum doesn't have that edge anymore. Every superstar shoots the ball more than Jason Tatum.
How the fuck does he not have the edge? You gotta explain that to me.
Matter of fact, let me look at it.
You gotta explain how Jason Tatum does not have the edge
I
when
mean,
Boston...
I don't want to argue this, because at this point, I'm talking to a wall, nigga.
Nigga, you gotta explain how he don't got the edge, though, but just saying he don't have it?
No, I feel like, look.
So how do they keep winning?
They got a complete team.
If Jason Tatum isn't on that team, they don't keep winning.
I don't feel like they lose by many.
You
Nah, I
they
will
lose
say,
to Olivia, and it's not going to lose by many.
I will say, I don't feel like they'll be able to compete in playoffs and shit like that at the same level.
Nigga, they are essentially the Bulls.
Who?
They the Bulls. Payne Pritchard is Kobe White. Whoever the fuck you want to say is Jalen Brown.
You talking about without? I thought you was referring to like Jordan them. I was like,
It's disrespectful.
fuck no.
Hey, I was like, what's going on? That's why I looked up. I was like,
Nigga, they are the Bulls after Jordan left.
Oh yeah. I mean, if Tatum leave,
and Tatum Pippen.
if Tatum leave, look, no.
Tatum ain't fucking Pippen, nigga. Stop playing with my dog.
If Tatum leaves, to be honest, the only adjustment they need to make is probably add a real center. Like, so you think Al Horford's out? He's
so you
past
think?
his
So
prime.
you think if Jalen Brown is the number one on that team and you just substitute?
No.
Just
I'm not
substitute
saying.
Jason. Hold on, now,
I'm not saying they still gonna be at the same level they are today.
Is Jason Tatum better than Jalen Brown? To you?
How many losses are you giving them
I'm
without
asking
Jason
you a
Tatum?
pure question.
Are you saying they're under 40?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Derek White, when given the green light,
Jason Tatum.
Listen,
these
when
niggas get that green light because they're on the team with Jason Tatum.
They get that green light when Jason Tatum has a off
They won
night.
tonight without him. They won tonight without him. That's all I'm saying, man.
I mean, Orlando literally has no fucking offense, bro. Just Paolo and Franz. That's it.
Franz, yeah,
I mean, they're in the Eastern
Suggs
Conference. In the Eastern Conference period, they would do better than 40.
I don't know about that.
Without Jason Tatum, yes.
They're literally the Hawks.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
You think they're better than the Hawks?
I would say so. I would say so.
I mean, he shot 6 for 14 just like Jason Tatum would have.
Who did? Jalen Brown?
Not Derek White. So.
What did Jalen Brown shoot?
Oh, I mean, he went crazy. He had 36. Let me see.
The game before he was trash.
Yeah, he was. Right.
Thank you. You see how you looked at me and I already knew he was going to do that?
No.
He's
The
12
game
for
before
19.
he was ass.
12 for 19.
Jalen Brown.
Jalen Brown is way more inconsistent than Jason.
Yes, I got my complaints about Jalen Brown.
I love Jalen Brown.
I love Jalen Brown.
That's my dog.
I love Jalen Brown. But I will talk till I'm blue in the face about how much this nigga pisses me off with his inconsistencies.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to give credit. Like, I get what you're saying, but you have to acknowledge that the niggas that you comparing them niggas to, them niggas ain't playing the same defense that them two niggas are playing on the best players on every single team.
I'm with you.
Because they are really two-way players. Both of them are two-way players.
I'm not taking
when you talk
away.
about two-way
the
players,
only thing I'm saying is I want Jason Tatum
to be more aggressive all the time.
Easy.
To be
Easy.
more of
He should
an
go for 35
animal.
every game.
To show that his talent level, like, hey,
I'm the best player on the floor.
My talent level today, I'm bigger than.
He be bullying niggas this year. I don't know. I know what you. If you would have said this last year when he was settling for jumpers all the goddamn time, I would have said that. But this year, I seen a different part of Jason Tatum where he's bullying niggas.
Yeah.
Like,
No. I'm with you.
And he's
I feel
in the
like
paint
he's
more
just
than ever.
showing. He's just showing another part of his game now. Every year,
Every
he's
time.
unleashed a new
part,
a new weapon. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh shit, with this, Jason Tatum is unstoppable, right? But again, he don't have that dog mentality day in, day out.
We can just
day in, day out. Yeah, we can.
That's what I'm saying.
What you got, Trell?
Cause shit.
Shit. So let's see. Do we want to do that? We want to talk about Marvel, or we want to get?
Oh yeah. Cause I seen that's been going all over the place. Everybody been doing the Mount Rushmores, and it's the only one I was really interested in.
Yeah,
they had an X-Men top 4 Mount Rushmore, and they had Cyclops on there, Jubilee, Rogue, and Storm. And I said, where the fuck is Wolverine and Gambit?
Oh yeah, that was a upset piece, man. They was trying to piss niggas off. Bro.
You said
Wolverine is crazy.
They had Cyclops. Who else?
I think they had Cyclops, Rogue, Storm, and I want to say Jubilee. Which I don't even know when the fuck Jubilee became.
No Wolverine.
Yeah, it's crazy. And Cyclops is crazy.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think it was just like they purposely trying to go out their way to act.
I don't know.
Wolverine.
Cyclops to me kind of.
I never fucked with Cyclops like that.
No one did.
He was a dickhead.
No one did.
I got Wolverine. I got Gambit.
Wolverine.
Yeah, everybody like Wolverine, so I guess you're right.
I feel like this. I feel like with Cyclops, he is a likable character.
And he's an Omega nigga.
I don't fuck with him, but I can see it. But he's
an Omega level mutant. He can really go crazy.
Yeah, that's what I can see.
Cyclops held niggas down.
He did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's
Cyclops saved.
Even when he didn't want to.
Cyclops saved
he's
niggas
a leader.
countless times. Countless times.
Nah,
so you know what I'm saying? Cyclops,
and scolded him afterwards.
Cyclops really was that dude.
Yeah.
And he don't get the credit he deserved. Battling his own shit. Watching his bitch get took.
And then finding out the girl he was messing with wasn't even his actual girl. It was a girl that was like looked like
pretending,
her.
Yeah, nah.
And then
they was
had a baby with her,
dog, bro. That's crazy, bro. They was
X-Men '97 went crazy too with the remake,
bro.
Hey, but so you got Cyclops in your top 4?
I say he gotta go. He gotta be up there.
Okay,
that's what I'm saying, right? Yeah.
I would say that. All right, so I'm gonna remove Storm.
Damn.
Ooh, all right.
Here's why.
I like it.
I don't like that shit. Go ahead.
Rogue's character became like instrumental throughout so many storylines. You know what I'm saying?
Phoenix, having a baby, like
Storm doesn't have that caliber.
She becomes the leader.
She's more of a story when she's on her own. Right. She has her own story.
Yeah, exactly.
When she with them, they kind of like, yeah, you right.
She a bus
you right.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason I'm removing Storm, I'm thinking level of impact, level of notoriety, like how many people clamor for this person, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm going Cyclops, Rogue, Wolverine. I want to go Gambit, but I'm going to be honest. I feel like people fuck with Gambit on that pop culture level.
Aura. Gambit is aura.
Yeah,
because he never had enough stories for us to really. But he was
facts.
To me, he was only. It was him and Wolverine.
Yeah, so I would
as a kid,
honestly,
absolutely, yeah.
Personally, this gonna be a wild take, hot take. I'd add Beast.
Nah, that ain't wild.
Nah, I like that.
Beast is the most consistent X-Men member out of all time.
Like they don't got no jet without my dog.
Bro, like he was the brain. That nigga essentially would turn into Hulk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
facts.
Nigga be like, okay, today I'm gonna beat some ass.
Yeah. Let me put this shit up real quick.
I really don't wanna, but once I take this tie off,
I put these beaters up real quick. Put these beaters on you. Yeah.
I got Wolverine number 1.
Yeah.
Off top. I got Gambit on mine because I definitely like that nigga on the game. Was cold.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the game.
And he's another Omega, like low key, you know what I'm saying? And I always thought he was mad player. Cause even though he knew he could get fucked up if he wanted Rogue, if he kissed Rogue, he didn't give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I got Nightcrawler.
Okay.
I always liked Nightcrawler's story, and I always thought he was like one of the rawest niggas. Like
they don't use Nightcrawler enough.
Not enough, bro. He's really one of the rawest, like combat wise. And on the game, he was really raw.
Probably because he's too much of like a plot hole. Like he could really help out every time, and ain't no like problem.
Yeah, like he was different.
We out.
And then
the fact he was good and bad, you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
that was they should play.
And
with
then yeah, I gotta have Storm, bro. Aurora, like the impact that she had for me to see her like in those comments as a black woman. And then like her origin story, and then like when she lost her powers and then came back even stronger, and then we found out like she was really like one of them, like her storyline was fire. The storyline with her and Black Panther being together, that was dope to see. And I feel like she got more. I feel like she got more fans than Rogue.
She did,
I think she got more fans than Rogue.
Absolutely.
But I feel like you right about that. Where like if you going off a storyline and impact, you right because she doesn't like as far as the X-Men go. When she's on her own doing shit, Storm go crazy.
Storm as Storm, it's different.
Yeah. And even Storm in the other groups. She was an Avenger at one point, right? Like, she's.
If we're talking about X-Men,
they put her behind Jean Grey and Rogue.
Yeah. And I think that's,
which is crazy because she really strong in the Rogue.
It's not just about, you know, their storylines when they had to leave out and go on missions and shit. It's also about how they interacted within the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like Rogue became such an integral part in every person's life.
Even in X-Men '97, Storm left and went with Buddy. What's his name?
They always make Storm leave.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm with you there.
I mean,
she was with T'Challa.
I'm putting out a list that I think if you were to post, like, generally across America, it would get like a 95 tomatoes. You know what I'm saying?
Who your list?
See, I'm gonna go contrarian then, so I'm gonna go like just my personal favorite. So I'm gonna go Wolverine out off top. That's easy. Cable. Like, I feel like niggas sleep on Cable.
Niggas definitely sleep on Cable.
I fuck with like let's see who else. Morgue too, bro. Morgue's a good one, bro. Niggas sleep on Morgue. Niggas weird. Damn, another one. Then I don't know, man. I
was about to say who the underrated characters, because I always fuck with Bishop.
That's why I was gonna say Bishop, but that was too easy though, man. I was trying to think somebody.
I always said Bishop instead of Cable.
Nah, I like Cable.
Yeah, Cable was
cold, bro.
Nah, Cable was cold. I just like Bishop because he's black.
Yeah, he's black. Yeah.
That's just me.
He had the pony and shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Black nigga with a pony, bro.
You know what I mean?
I was trying not to name the nigga with the pony, but yeah. Shout out Bishop. He can get it for a slide.
Bishop was raw. Who else she had? Iceman was raw.
Iceman was cold.
Banshee, he's a throwback. Banshee was fire.
You don't hear niggas talk about Banshee at all.
Banshee was fire.
You don't hear niggas talk about Banshee at all.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. Marvel cooking right now. That Daredevil show was too cold.
Yeah. They doing
They definitely slow.
I mean, they gotta rebuild that the whole their new phase or whatever. Like, because after the Avengers shit, I felt like they kind of took a awkward turn.
Big dive, bro.
Yeah.
Big dive.
They was just rushing shit.
I don't think it was just that.
The writer's strike, you know what I mean? All that shit happened.
And they was just dropping so much shit on top of each other, bro.
And it was just like, let's get whatever we can out.
Yeah,
and also, it was they introduced the new characters that never been on. Like, people gotta remember, like, as much as people love Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, and all of that, like, though everybody didn't like those characters in the comic books. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like Thor. Facts. So like when they was introducing those characters and they was brand new, it was also comic books was brand new. So now when they introducing new characters, it's kind of like, for one, now we're in a stage where everybody just criticizes. They don't even look to see if they actually gonna like it. So Eternals comes out and people are already criticizing the cast. They criticizing what the movie might be about. They don't even give it a chance to actually watch it and say like, oh shit.
I gotta try that shit for the 5th time, bro.
Eternals was fucking fire. Maybe I like it this time. Like, Eternals was fire to me, but like it's a new idea and it's like, people, you don't want to give it a chance, so you gonna think it's trash. Not to say that's what you're saying, but like,
I'm saying
all of this shit wasn't trash. You know what I mean? To me, like all of this shit wasn't trash. It was a lot of good shit in there, like Moon Knight.
Moon Knight was cold.
Moon Knight was really good.
Cold. So fucking cold.
Moon Knight, I like the. Like again, I
like Echo. Did y'all see Echo?
I like Echo. I like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That shit was fire as fuck to me.
Yeah,
I like Captain America. Like, you know what I mean? But again, I do get where people coming from when they like it don't got the same. But I don't think that's because of the movies. I think it's because of we've seen so many of them.
Yeah, I mean, you're familiar with the storyline, so you want to see how things play out. I think today we just don't get enough build up. We don't get enough promotion for characters. We don't get enough anticipation, for anything, Yeah. Even Sinners felt rushed, you know what I mean? And that's the biggest movie out today, So
would you say it felt rushed? I won't say it felt rushed. I would say that.
I don't know. I like the pacing. I was gonna say.
Nah, when I say rushed, I mean
I think the ending was rushed to me. Like I didn't like how fast the ending. Like it felt like the ending just happened really fast.
How long have we known Sinners was coming out?
I mean, I've been talking about it on the pod for months since last summer we've known.
So I feel like things really picked up in the last 3 months. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's how it goes, though.
Yeah.
Right. But it's like the trailer gives away a little too much and doesn't tell you enough of anything.
I love that.
I don't necessarily think.
But I get what you're saying because the trailer does paint a different picture of what the movie actually is.
Yes.
Absolutely. Like the trailer, like
100%.
Totally not a depiction of what the movie about to be, which I love.
100%. I was surprised, in that regard. It just felt like this. I'm not saying that the movie itself felt rushed.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, I will
just
say this.
Like the whole rollout of it and how it came out.
The rollout felt rushed, and not in the sense that it wasn't strategic. In the sense that it was like, hey, we got to do is this.
Yeah, just boom, this it. Yeah, like it wasn't like, we're going to put him on here, we're going to put him here.
Right.
That's not true.
I'm not saying, like, again.
That's not true. They've been promoting.
I'm saying it from that angle.
I can
only
go by what actually happened. They've been promoting the movie since last year. They've been promoting the movie since last year.
Yeah. Here's my thing about the movie itself. I don't know if we're able to talk about it just yet.
Might as well. Why not?
All right, so
everybody black gonna see it by now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be brief. My only thing is they used way too many elements that they didn't expound upon. Would have loved to see the Native Americans come back into the indigenous, let me say, the indigenous people come back into the to the storyline. Would have loved to see more of the black magic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like they really didn't explain much of that. Yeah. There was no depth to what happened in Chicago. No real depth to such an important storyline, essentially, which is why the preacher's son, their cousin, was so enamored by riding and being up under them two. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, they killed their daddy, right? The twins?
Correct.
Right?
One of them did, right?
One of them killed their daddy, right? Yeah. So him having this allure to like know more and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like they didn't even show the
like where did that bond come from?
Anything.
I see what you're saying. 'Cause they ain't been around. So like y'all went to war, like y'all been in Chicago. Like why does this little boy got a bond to y'all like that? Is it off stories? Like, yeah, it's true.
And from everyone else's perspective, it seems like it's been this long span of time, right?
Right.
From the preacher's perspective, the preacher's son's perspective, it seems like it's only been a matter of years.
Right.
Hey, we just gave you this, my daddy guitar. You been playing it?
Yeah, you been
How
playing
much better you got? You know what I'm saying? Play me something, you know? So, I don't know.
They could have like had a little flashback of that initial moment. You know
there were things, but overall,
that's something I ain't heard yet. So I fuck with that.
So here's
fuck out of here. That movie was amazing.
I'm not taking away from that. I'm not taking
it's
away
good to
from
hear some critical shit because all we've been saying is, oh my god,
I'm not taking away from that.
And it's great.
All that I'm saying is
because if you add in all those things you just said, it turns into a 3-hour movie.
You're absolutely
and it takes
right.
away from the
but
story
that's why we talk about movies like Scorsese for fucking years and years and
years. Godfather.
But we talking about them now for years. We're gonna be talking about Sinners for years and years and years.
I think so. I don't know. I think it's that.
I think today, and I'm just being honest about my approach. I mean, my perception of things today. Movies are hyper focused on
cinematography. I mean, you said cinematography, not the script.
Not the script. And the issue with that is there's nothing to grab hold to, unless you're appreciative.
You're not saying that about Sinners though. Sinners had juice in the script from beginning to the end.
Yeah, I was gonna say, bro. I don't know about
that. I can't say that. That was a great script. Even the whole ride with Delroy Lindo explaining like how he know the guys on the chain gang.
Yeah,
nigga, you can't.
Like he was low key. Like for that scene for me, I felt like he was the embodiment of the blues. Like that was him telling that story. Like he was the blues of the men.
You know what? Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna say yes
because he's down there
rushed in because they pick him up. He goes from acting like, hey, I don't really fuck with you, to everything happened in a day. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And we're talking about years worth of relationships. These boys was able to come back to a city. These niggas ain't even unpacked their drawers.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. And they had a truck.
Every relationship that they had was ready to pick up like that. Like it was yesterday.
Yeah, bro.
As if they had left 2 years ago, but there was 10 years worth of trauma. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's how it is, bro.
Them boys became men outside, like in Chicago,
Nah, because they already left with a reputation.
But think about it, bro.
Right,
like,
definitely.
Not to cut you off, bro, but think about it, bro. Because you from the South, bro. Same with Frank Lucas, bro. It's a similar thing, bro. You know how like he went and got all his cousins. I guarantee 90% of them niggas ain't never seen him grow up or none of that. Because
what he did wasn't that unreal.
Yeah,
and you got to think about the time period.
That's some country nigga
like
shit.
The time period, like what else was going on? They didn't have nothing.
Yeah, like shit, bro. Oh,
they was literally waiting for. They was literally waiting for them niggas to come back
for opportunity.
Because he was working at the other joint and was like, you know, blah 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 woo, but he wanted to work with his people.
Man, look.
And the money was talking, bro. And
this nigga Joe is just a critical nigga.
Yeah,
so.
and I fuck with it.
I mean, I think that we
paradigms
should be
are good.
because that encourages. You know what I'm saying?
Me
like,
knowing what goes into cinematography though, it's hard for me to just like
especially
to take all those things and be like, nah, it was rushed.
Let me ask you this: when have we ever heard a nigga complain about a 3-hour movie that we felt was amazing?
Avatar.
I've never heard anyone that wanted to watch Avatar complain about it.
But you asked me about the complaints.
Oppenheimer. There you go.
I never heard about the time.
Yeah, me neither. But
you don't hear about shit.
I had to throw one out there.
You're not gonna hear what you don't want to hear.
It's not that I don't want to hear it.
You just ain't popping. Like
I've never seen Oppenheimer, so I don't have a
one of the greatest movies of all time.
Right. So
I ain't seen it either. That's why I put it out there.
That's what I'm saying.
I haven't either.
Yeah.
That's the only kind of reviews that I've heard.
About Oppenheimer and
you get what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
If you heard something about like, man, I love this movie, but 3 hours before niggas saw The Irishman,
Gangs of New York, 3 hours, fire.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When's the last time you heard anyone complain? Yeah. Niggas went to them theaters and saw Titanic.
Niggas have complained. Oftentimes. Niggas have often complained. And you saying all this, and that's the first thing. You know what's crazy?
On a movie that they that was critically acclaimed.
But that's the first thing that people are going to say if they did that shit right there. They would say, yeah, it was too long though. These scenes went on for too long because I don't know what. Like, don't get me wrong. Let me agree with you real quick.
Last Martin Scorsese movie. Okay, yes.
And I haven't seen it.
That movie's
because 3 hours long.
Exactly. And the only niggas that have complained ever did not watch the movie before they said that.
I'm not saying I know it's a great movie.
After that, it's
I just don't have the time to watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
Right.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is this is a black film that is like that has had a extreme build up. This is the first for the way it was shot, the way it's being shown, all of these things. Who the fuck can I would have went and watched a 5-hour movie knowing he's finna get 25. I mean, in 25 years he gets full ownership. I would have went and watched a 7-hour movie.
No, nigga, that's not how it works.
I wouldn't have.
Yeah, I was like, that's crazy.
But what I'm getting at is a 3-hour movie is not unrealistic.
It is unrealistic when you're using that format, nigga. Like he's using a format that is highly expensive.
Right. So
you talking about hold on. You talking about a whole nother hour adding on to what you already did.
You're using all of the things that we want to appreciate. Yes, about the production to say that.
But that matters. You can't just talk about like how all this other stuff.
The script.
The script is a part of the production. The script is,
and if the script is rushed,
the production is based off the script. The script wasn't rushed.
Because we want to include all of these things, but we can only shoot it in.
They didn't include stories about people that wasn't the main characters. They included a story about Smokey.
To be completely honest,
yeah,
we're in this weird time now to where our black superstars in film, not to say are being outacted, but they're definitely being like niggas is on par, right? Okay. So everyone held their own in Sinners.
They're all amazing actors.
Yeah. And the way that the movie was shot, almost anyone could have been, like, in each scene, if you really look at it, almost anyone could have been the star in that moment.
And this is a mind of a person that's not an actor that don't understand that's how you want it to be.
Exactly. So what I'm getting at is this. If I'm giving every character that level of importance, why does an extra hour matter to me about the storyline?
It's the fact that that person played that character to feel like it's that level of importance. It's not that character has that... Because Shorty, right? The married wife, right? That ended up getting killed, that slept with Preacher Boy, right?
Right.
Her role wasn't that big.
Her line.
Perline role wasn't that big. However, she played that role so well. People are now looking at her like, oh my God, she killed that role. The role wasn't that big. The Asian people, they role weren't that big, but they really played that shit to a T. Even the villain nigga, the villain nigga is not even on the screen that long for real.
But the meaning as to why each of them stand out is so deep.
Writing. That's the writing. That's the same script that you talking about. The same script as you talking about is the same reason why you fuck with those characters.
Let us hear from a professional. Talk to the professional.
I think we're overlooking one major aspect of this, which is, and this I'm bringing these two up just because we're comparing them. Ryan don't have the history that Scorsese.
Of course, and I'm not trying to compare him at that level.
And right now, as far as studios and people that back the financials for these, they are scared.
Right, 100%.
And so when you are talking about people that's gonna bankroll your film and give him the kind of deal that he got, they're gonna be a lot less willing to give you that kind of screen time on your original IP.
And I get that.
If you haven't proved yourself yet,
you haven't got that track record.
I think that was more of a business getting in the way than an artistic decision. Now that's just speculation.
And I get that completely.
I
you get
that.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm saying is that I do think there are some holes in the film that we are choosing to ignore.
I mean, but that's movies though. That's movies.
I think that's nitpicking.
That's movies though.
I think that's nitpicking.
I'm not. But I'm not.
The movie
Hold on. I'm not trying to nitpick.
That's what we're doing though. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm saying we're having a genuine conversation about it.
I genuinely enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie. But I don't want people to see this and think that
beautiful, right?
Right.
But we cannot ignore that the script had a lot left on it. You know what I'm saying? Like there to me was a lot of opportunity. The black magic alone. But again, I saw someone say online, someone from up north, that they learned through this movie dealing with the hoodoo woman. This, you never get on her bad side and this and that, right? I thought that was innate. I thought that was something that the way that. I mean, we just raised in the South.
Well, that's a Southern thing.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around with all the symbolism and all the messaging in there. You can say it's not enough. Like, for one,
it was too much. It was so much. All right, we got the Irish culture. We got the indigenous culture.
That's all real, though. All those is real things for that time period.
You're absolutely right. How did they play an influence into the musicality of this party? Right, because they talked about all these different spirits. I got to do my research on the fact that black people invented all of the genres essentially that was displayed.
No, I'm talking about do your research on the Irish people in that time period and how they were looked at as blacks because they were poor, as actually poorer than us.
Oh, bro, I know that history.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why that matters at that time period, because that's why them telling him, nah, you can't come in here and we don't fuck with that music. That's a part of that. It's a part of the history along with the history that they were showing in that scene where you had the old school, the tribal drummer, the ukulele, you had the rock star. It was within that. All of that was part of the messaging. Because it's more than one attempt. It's more than one villain in the movie anyway. Like it's more than one villain in the movie. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think that's nitpicking because. Again, if you add those scenes in, because I'm with you, right?
I think that it's important to have these conversations because someone can now take this storyline and use it as inspiration to say, I can create a more cohesive something that plays into this, right? I thought that this movie was really interesting, especially using characters from Lovecraft Country to
sell the mythical.
Yes. Because
that's Lovecraft Country.
And we're starting to see that become a thing in the black community today. We're starting to see that become a thing in entertainment today.
It's our version of horror. Get Out, Us.
I wouldn't even say horror. I would put Lovecraft Country and Sinners in the same category as I would American Gods. To where there's more of this mythicality than there is the trauma focus. I saw this whole conversation about trauma and Sinners, to me, it is not like that. Is not the movie was not premised to be built on the trauma. No, if that was the case, you know what I'm saying? It would have talked about. It would have
been based in a different part of the South too.
Right. So to me, it was to focus on.
I felt like it had a healthy balance of.
It was to focus on how music impacts people, right? That's why it's a musical. It was to focus on how we feel these spirits in us that sometimes we don't understand, and they take a hold of us, right? Yeah. There are so many meanings that we could take from this. To me, that is the underlying thing when you think about it being a musical, when you think about adding all of these elements of how music
has... It's not a musical though.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Color
literally
is a musical.
If you look at the genre of it, it is listed as a musical.
It's also listed as a fucking horror. It's not. Right. It's multiple. It's everything. Spike Lee literally saying they created a new genre. Yeah. I don't look at that shit as a musical though. Color Purple is a musical.
If I'm including so many songs that over a third of the movie is singing.
It's not though.
It is.
It's not.
It's a good level of singing.
It's not a third of the movie where they singing, bro. It's not.
He's not. He's singing the ride on the car, not a spoiler me.
That's like 3 minutes. That's literally like 3 minutes.
I'm saying I'm just opening it up.
But that's only 3 minutes.
Just getting started. Man.
That's 3 minutes. He sing outside when he fucking the Irish dude sing outside. Hey, my thing was how the fuck they learned that song that fast?
Cause Hive Mind.
Oh yeah, okay. Cause I was like, bro, they got the dance moves down, everything.
When he bit them,
what I will say is, right, I could understand where you coming from.
You just had to be like more like knowledgeable. I guess that's what you were saying. Like,
so to me,
it wasn't for the novice.
Yes, like there. I know about a lot of the different cultures and different things that the elements that they were trying to display.
Right.
But I kind of like that.
There were so many people that won't take the time to study, that won't be, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it was a good enough movie for me to say, hey, I enjoyed 2 hours. This was a great experience. I can move on to the next.
I just want, and I'm not saying this what you're doing, I don't know, but I just don't like the fact that I seen the tweet in reference to this too, where it was like, somebody posted, damn, ain't nobody got nothing bad to say about sinners.
That's right.
And that bothers me that as a culture, we can't appreciate something without having to find a way to break it down and say how it could be better. And it's that third one.
But I don't think that was the focus of what they were saying. I think it was more so to say this. If you're only hearing that, hey, this is a good movie because we want to see Ryan Coogler win, and that has been proven. That we
I don't
want
think
to
so.
see
That nigga doesn't miss. He doesn't miss.
Right.
Every movie he's made has been great movies. So,
but he's only produced what 3 films so far?
5.
Okay. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And one of them is a big movie.
I was just about to say, how many of them do we really?
You know what's crazy?
We really do know. Since
you know what's crazy? I seen this fact. He's actually sold more than Quentin Tarantino.
I can believe that.
He sold more than Quentin Tarantino worldwide.
I mean, to me, yeah,
I know, but I'm saying like that's still amazing.
That to me showed Ryan Coogler has so much knowledge, right? I expected a little more from the script this time.
Only thing I would say is that I wish that the ending was stretched out.
And just to shoot like Bill,
the ending was.
I just wish the ending was stretched out.
The reason like it was like that, bro, it was like he wasn't trying to hold your hand. It's big dog conversation. Like if you know, you know. So I appreciate it from that level because everything. But I understand.
And then like you brought in the Native Americans, it's not about them niggas. It's our story.
I grew up
100%. But like that.
I do want to know.
What did they do? What did they do to actually hurt him?
Yeah, I do want to know that.
Why was he smoking when he?
Because he was running during the sun. The sun was coming out.
Nah. Okay. Got you.
Yeah, exactly.
But he did fall down like a fallen angel. And
he ran up on the property.
I want to know like what it was like.
Actually, I don't think it was the sun. I thought they was hitting him.
No, the sun was coming up.
He ran up on. He ran up on him. Well, I mean, he ran up on the house with the sun.
The sun was going down. That's what it was. Yeah, because they said they'll see them in the morning.
Because they left out. They're like, it's getting dark. Let's get out.
But still, that's why he was burning. He was trying to hurry up, and that's why they said we getting the fuck out of Dodge because we ain't sticking around when it get dark.
Yeah.
You know.
I get it though, bro. Yeah, man. Go see motherfucking Sinners, man. Yeah, it's an amazing movie. It's worth all your money. Matter of fact, go see it 2 or 3 times. I just want to say thank y'all for sitting with us on the ad, man. Thank you, Mr. Joe Jefferson, for pulling up.
Mr. Joe Jefferson. For whatever reason, he can feel way too comfortable giving me my whole government every time they see me. Is that Joseph Jefferson?
Hey, man, I got one of those
You branded, bro. You did that. Unmistakable.
But we appreciate you for coming on the ad, man. See y'all next week. Keep showing love. Go see Sinners. Hey, walk down for a talk. Married to the game, no time for divorce. Get lost in the flow. Man, I done kept my eyes on the prize, seeing signs like a ghost. On my grind from the go. That's a prize you ain't know. That the down was a goat. I be right at your